Tried to fight alone. 'Cause sometimes we just don't know that we can do anything together if we just try. And as long as we have our backs, we never are forced goodbye.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Jetty Jet Show. It's not a surprise attack. It's a pre-recording. There's no surprise attack here. We're just drawing. And we're gonna have to join forces. We're gonna have to join forces to make this work. So, as some of you might know already, my internet is dookie. My internet has been just completely out of service. It's at it's like 2 megabytes a second, not 2.2 megabytes a second. And I was just streaming by myself here, sitting streaming, trying to test the stream, but not sending anything out. And people were just like, "What? When's the stream starting, Jet? When's the stream starting?" So I said, you know what, let me just record the stream. I'm recording it. It's not a stream, it's just a recording. So I'm just gonna draw, record it, and let you guys know what the hell's going on. What the hell's going on, Jet? That's what I'm doing right now. So first of all, I'm drawing my personal piece for today, and I'm trying to replicate my technique that I did for my last drawing. If you guys want to see what I'm talking about, go to my Instagram. And yeah, so I'm trying to do that, and that is basically, it was just a direct drawing, meaning no erasing and just straight drawing, no undos. But I failed. I still did undos, a lot of undos. So that's something I need to do. That's the challenge. No undo challenge. Trying to create appealing shapes in one go, you know, looking at the drawing, seeing what looks right, and just creating a stroke to represent that idea. One stroke for one idea. Okay, so there's that. And then there's the issue with the internet. So today I was trying to stream, as some of you guys know, and I failed. I think I failed. It's 3:22 a.m. now. I started trying at around 8. I think I failed for like 6 hours. I tried calling Comcast. They couldn't fix it for me either. They couldn't fix my issue with the internet. So they have somebody coming out. In 2 days they're coming out, because tomorrow's Sunday. Understandable. I tried to I went through forums. I downloaded and updated drivers, and it's on all my computers. It's not just this computer. So that eliminates that possibility. It has something to do with, I think, the modem or the router. Somewhere. What else did I try to do? I was banging my head on the wall. You know, I tried that. Tried a little bit of that. Had some beer, you know. I was an angry drunk. Had to kick my dog. No, I didn't kick my dog. I never kicked my dog. Don't kick your dog. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. It's not a good time. No. And I tried to stream for you guys, I think about four times before I gave up, and then I just said, you know what, I got an idea. Hey, how about I just record it once, just record it. Do your hour drawing, record it, and post it up, and let them know what the hell's going on. So, oh no, I just did something. Undo that. Do that. Okay. So if you guys want to know, keep up to date at my status, all right, go follow me on my Twitter, and I've been posting my status on there. I think it's the Jetty Jet as well. It could be something else, but I don't really tweet, and that's why I never really promote my Twitter. But I think it is important if you guys want to know what the hell Jetty Jet. That's if you guys want to know what the hell's going on, just go over there. I'll most likely, if anything's wrong, check out my Twitter, and I'll post and I'll say sorry, technical difficulties, working on it, etc. Just thanks so much everyone for bearing with all these issues. I know this is always happening on the Jetty Jet show. This is I'm still learning, and you guys are just so patient all the time. The best ever. All right, so the idea was to I'm using pencil and pen tool. To keep it loose. All right. I think that's what the point of this one stroke drawing is to keep it not loose, but finished at your first go. I think that's kind of the benefit of being able to draw without hitting the erase button, and just being able to create everything at your first go, which is a really, really difficult thing to do. I can tell you that. Yeah, it's just difficult to do. And if I want to make drawings quick, and at the same time make it look presentable, and finished, try to make it look nice at the first go. Okay, as opposed to creating the rough draft and the underdrawing. That's what I've always been doing. This is kind of a new kind of approach, and then just leaving it. So something similar to this, and just being happy with it. Now that I look at it, it's really faint. But in this one I decided, you know what, let's not do what I intend to do, and kind of clean it up a bit, which is not what I'm supposed to be doing. But I'm going to use this time to explain to you what the hell's going on with my internets, okay? So, and also this will give me some practice. That's not a good line. So one of the things I was talking about before I realized I'm not streaming anything was what was I gonna say? Inking your drawing, or inking your drawing. It's not so much about copying it and recreating the lines underneath perfectly and mimicking it and staying on the lines. It's about what the hell? It's about being inspired by the lines. Really, it's about being inspired by the lines and creating a new drawing. Think of it like this, because that's one of the most common questions: is how do you get good at inking? Which I'm not very good at. Trust me, there's just incredible people. But I understand. I'm not a noob, not a beginner. So, but for me, compared to other artists out there that I follow and watch, I'm just meh. Anyways, how do you get good at it? And It's really the approach, honestly. It's the approach is you're trying to replicate and recreate this line and follow it. You're trying to, not mess up, and I think that's where the problem lies, is you're not recreating the line, redrawing the shoulder, because if you look at the first lines, they're pretty straight, pretty clean. You can do it again. You did it once, you can do it again. That's how it is. So like, look at this shoulder here. If I'm looking at the shoulder, I can try to stay on that line and be, whoa, don't fall off, Moto. You can do that, or you can draw a new line. And it doesn't have to be perfectly, like, that was fine. I really liked it. This is a good one. This might work. That's how it is. And when doing that, just keep in mind, like, you want to create an appealing shape and line, okay? So really, the first thing is don't be stuck to the initial drawing. The second is try and just be inspired and stay loose. Stay loose. If you have to, think of it as another set of rough draft lines. You're like, I need to do another one, and then create a new layer and just do another one. Just because when you're doing rough drafts, you can kind of scribble it in. So think about scribbling it in first. Just don't think it has to be perfect. That's so easy to be said, isn't it? Isn't it just so easy, huh? Easy to say. Easy for me to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna just, I don't like something about this face. And let's flip it to figure out what it is. That's what it is. I had a feeling I can either make her eyes longer or move it towards the right, because it gets smaller as it goes that way. I won't stretch it. It won't, because I do want her to make it look. And I move this one over a bit. Balanced a little balanced. This eyebrow is looking a little like that. So, the goal is not to freaking overdo it. Really, come on. The goal is just to do a drawing every day. It really is not. It's not to create a masterpiece. The idea is that if you do 100 of something, you're bound to get at least 1 or 2 successful pieces. I mean, but killing yourself over drawing over and over and over and over, I think you investing too much, you'll gain much less. Especially if you're rendering. Rendering is you gain the least. You gain the most in the sketching and the drawing part. Technical stuff is polish. Yeah, that's just, there's not much to gain from that. Hold on. I don't like these hairs. What am I doing? What am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong here? Simplify the shape. That's what I'm doing. The line is too big. The line is too big. This line is too big. This is just a messy looking hair. This is not a good shape. It's all kinds of shapes here. I don't know. I didn't even know, man. Just scratch the head a little bit. Get some inspiration now. Okay. Okay, that'll work. Let's get her to smile. I mean, she's in a kind of a cocky pose anyway. Yeah. She's got kind of a nervous smile right now, I think, because of her kind of. Okay, for this, I had it right on the layout. Can't deviate from it too much, otherwise their mouth is going to be flying all over the place. Get over here. Okay. All right. Let's get one of these. I always wanted to do these eye folds. I mean, I tend to not make them so double creased, so double creased, because I think the subtle fold, the one fold is attractive. It's really attractive. I think they're both very appealing looking. I mean, but this one is really overdone in anime. So my other one would be to just a little hint of that. A little hint of that. Okay. Yeah. His mouth here is still looking bothering me. Mm-hmm. Let's not get stuck on that here. Gotta just about to sneeze in a second. About to sneeze in a second. Am I gonna sneeze? That's alright. Kind of just a small little indication of her smiling there. Yeah, it sucks to be a perfectionist. You don't want to be. It's not really a good thing, I don't think, anymore. No. Like, it's a good and a bad thing. It's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged broadsword. You can cut your target, but you can also cut yourself. That's what that means. Let's get that eyebrow a little more aggressive here. All right. Let's draw on the hairs first. Oh. Flip it around. Put it here. I lost that information of her hair there. Redrawing hair, I mean, parts that you erase always tend to be a little tricky unless you kind of just erase it all and just do it again. Otherwise it looks, you know. That's a weird look, I guess. I mean, it's okay. Undo. Let's just go with this here. That height, about that height there. This lips doing something like that. Don't want her smiling too much. Yeah, there we go. Kind of a neutral mouth. That always works. Let's leave this out here. this out here. You know, no, that can stay. Nose is a bit too low. Raise the nose. If you raise the nose, you gotta raise the mouth. That's the rule. Raise the nose, raise the mouth. Now this line for the shoulder. Where's my where's my ink? That is now that I look at it, it's kind of a weird looking shoulder. Yeah. That's better. Better. This line here, I could be better here. A little more expressive, if you know what I mean. Yeah. We can do anything together if you just try. Our heart's gonna lie. This is okay, alright. Something like that. Yeah, the song Forces. I like the song. And her here, yep. So that's less of a hair bang there. A little thinner around the sides, closer towards her skull. So it's really messy over here. I gotta block. I gotta, you know, get some bigger shapes. If it gets messy, look at it. Get bigger shapes. Okay. That's all you gotta do. That's a song that was in the beginning, and it's in like that kind of area where it's kind of too high and it's soft, so it's hard to sing. Hard to sing. Hard to sing. And it's always tricky to draw the pupil when there's no color. It looks kind of crazy. It always looks a little cray. She got her eyes kind of squinted. Yeah, she squinted her eyes a little bit. I like the opened eye though. They're both okay. Yeah, this is okay. Trick you can do is erase out part of it and draw the glare in. Yeah, that's okay. That works a little better. Alright. I want to make her an elf. For some reason. When in doubt, make an elf. When in doubt. Alright. Enough of this. Enough of this, yeah? I don't know how this is gonna fit onto the Instagram page. By the way, this is based off of a random picture off of the internet. You know, like when you're watching like videos and stuff, and then there's like ads on the side going. top funniest most poses that are sexy and aren't some, I don't know, these movie stars did what, and you're like, who? I thought this picture was kind of nice. So it's always fun pictures, you know. If you like the picture you see, you're like, you know, hey, that's kind of a cute picture. Save it. Save it. Try to draw it. Try to draw it. Oh. All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. I'm fidgeting. Let's go over here and fill it. Should fill it. I need to go to sleep. I need to sleep. You go to sleep, you bastard. I need to sleep. These one drawings a day thing they're great. They are. It just take too long. I say 1 hour and then I always end up doing more. It's not following. It's not following. Following multiple. Let's try this. Color margin? Close the gap, man. Close the gap. You should be closing the gap, dude. Area scaling. Let's try this. Nope. That kind of one is kind of nice. 0 is kind of nice. But there is still kind of... This one? It's okay. We'll figure it out. Well, we'll edit it after this initial lasso. Because there's gonna be parts, chunks missing and stuff. So we just go in and touch it up like that. So there's always I just brushed my drawing as if I was drawing on paper. No, I had a little speck on there. That's why there was a little speck. She's an orange. It's an orange lady. The orange lady, huh? Should we go to orange lady? Yeah, but try an orange lady. Okay. Orange lady it is then. Actually, no, that's the under thing. Sorry, the silhouette. Darkening it allows me to see parts that are really just standing out. Yeah. Let's move fast. Let's move fast. Whatever that means. Let's try to comic book this thing. Yeah. Let's do the comic book. Let's get the paint bucket and do the comic book. Okay. Just straight up. Oh. I don't know what happened over here. Oh man, I don't even know. Is that her? The tie in the middle or not? Oh, all right, whatever. Since it is the skin layer, it can be the bottom. So if it's on the bottom, we don't have to worry much about it. But I am liking the drawing on one layer bit a lot more lately. No, we're not going to do the drawing one layer. We're going to keep going. Gonna keep going. Oh shoot! What is happening? This should be a big old close gap. You should be closing the gap. Closing the gap. Close the gap, dude. What happened? Manga Studio. My man. My man Manga. Alright, that's a little better. That's a little bit better. Yep. So we're doing the flats now? Are we doing the flats? Uh-huh. So we're doing some flats then. That's weird. Oops. What the hell? Yeah, why not make that all swimsuit top? And I'm on the wrong layer. Wrong layer. Always the problem with layers now. It's always a trade-off. Trade-off. Let's just keep that white. Lock it up, lock it up. Make this the black, dark. Dark wristbands. That's weird. That strap there is so weird. It doesn't look like anything. I don't know how that works. It's supposed to be right here. It's got like, she's like pulling down her shorts kind of thing. If that's the case, then I need this line to be back here. Yep. We can just get these lines down. Because I'm lazy. Clean it up underneath. Okay. Make sure we can cover all the skin area. There's a lot of skin area that I'm missing. Silhouette needs to peek open a bit here. Arm bracelet thing. Let's make it a little lighter color. A lot lighter color there. It's got a couple bands on this end. I don't know. It's doing stuff. It's doing stuff over there. Now for the hair, it's like a blonde hair. Oops. Stay within the lines. Here. I used to always paint this way. I used to always. It was the safest way to go. Then you eventually want to try new things. Create different looks and feels. Oops. Oops. So that's that there. Got artifacts. We can just blend those out. Blend those out. Follow along it. Get every artifact. I used to be really careful with this, always staying in the lines. Now it's just like, it's all about being free. But I have a look in my mind and I'm trying to create it. That's why I've come back to this technique. See, I can just draw underneath. I hit all the skin from underneath, just like that. So I have two layers, one for anything above the skin and anything below it. That's that. If I were to desaturate it a bit, brighten it up a bit, we can just squint our eyes actually. Okay, the skin is definitely too. Okay. Okay. Kind of like the one where I was working on Oscar Langley. Kind of like that one. I built the I laid down the hue variations, the different hue variations going up. Just thinking here. Oops, that's the wrong hue. Okay, let's just slow it down. This is kind of, let's just go. Yeah, it's all locked, so let's just go desaturated, or even bright. Actually, let's just do this to make it easier. Saturated. Kind of a regular skin tone. Yeah. So starting light this time, because I remember how much trouble I had going dark to light. Let's get some red on the knees. Right around here. Oh, that's what I'm missing. I'm missing some ankle. Oh. Solely off balance that way. Now she's balanced. Just add a line here for the ink. And we should be okay. We should be okay. Okay. Yeah. Dang it. Dang it, chat. You almost had it. Thought I could get away with it. I don't get away with it now. Okay. Okay. Back to the skin. Soft one now. Soften it up. Soften it up. Let's get this here. Let's go real orangey. Get a little more dense. It is almost patchy-ish. Yeah. This lace can be slightly more orange. I like that. I do. Yeah, maybe we should do this first. Alright. Squint your eyes, see where this is all happening. Like, I use the airbrush. I could. But I don't think it'll get that nice tone. That nice, sorry, texture that I want. Okay. It's a little dramatic, but it's nice. Okay. Let's blot it out so it's not too like a skin condition. She got a pattern. It's on the dents. It's on the dents. It is right. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Alright. Nope. 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 That's not alright at all. We need the more red. More red. Red. More red. More red. Around here. Around here. Because we got the blood in the face. Even though that's not happening in the picture. A little more saturated oranges. Before we do that, let's blend this out a bit more. Always trying to find a balance for lips, because I don't want too much red. And not too little either. Okay, if we're trying to go fast, we got to get this done quick. What's the next thing we should do? could do darks, but maybe I should just stick to lights now. Let's stick to lights. Let's stick to some lights. Okay. Load up a bit. Yep. Yeah, let's do a transparent water brush since we're on a new layer. It's not going to get affected as much. Yep. That. It's not very strong though. Not very opaque on that color. Let's get that here. There. Definitely more yellow down here. Yeah, this is where I definitely screwed up last time, trying to build a strong light on top of a strong dark. And it just totally destroyed all the under hues that I had laid down. So this time the underdrawing is much lighter. So when I put these lights in, they're a lot more subtle. A lot more subtle there. Yep. Now, I didn't go with the what we call the ambient occlusion. I'm always forgetting these words, man. Stupid words. Ambient occlusion. I'm always sorry. I skipped it. Meaning the darks of the darks are not a player right now. They do not play. They do not appear in this movie here. If it were a movie, they have not been selected for an appearance. They've been bumped from the role. Maybe they'll show up. Maybe they'll do a special appearance later. Yeah. I'm squinting as hard as I can, Captain. Squinting. I'm squinting. Alright. Okay. That's good there. That's good there. Alright. We'll lay down some lights. Emphasize the points that we want to focus on. Let's keep going. Let's first start off with the here. Yeah, let's start off with the skint. Look into eyes. Remind me though, I need to do the... I still need to do the eyes, the eye colors. You're probably yelling at the screen right now. Don't forget the eye colors yet. Don't forget the eye colors. How better not forget. I'm like, okay. Alright. Alright, we won't forget. Alright. Oh, it's so much funner. It's so much more fun when I'm live streaming with you guys. This should be more for tutorial stuff, which I have in plan. I have some videos ready and lined up. I do. Coming out shortly. Not too soon. Not too late. You blew it, Jet. Now they know. That's all right there. It's okay there. Let's just soften it up a bit here. Someone said, I think it was you, Angie. You were saying this, the drawing. It's like she looked. It was an older piece. Like, shiny skin or something. She looks glossy. I was like, really? It's the short hair drawing. I was like, wow, glossy. I think that was the word. I was like, really? Not? I don't think she was that glossy. Because if I really wanted to make a person glossy, this is kind of the approach it would go. For that super gloss. So back up, come back up. Right here, a little more saturated. Let's get the edges here. Let's get the edges there. We can hit it with some darker colors here. I do want to draw more finished paintings. I have to. Animax was coming up. If I don't, I won't have any new drawings. I got to. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Not overdoing it. I think I'm not overdoing it. Oh, okay. Oh, the hand. You know what? The hand is it's actually quite easy. 'Cause I'm looking at it and it's like, it's pretty pale. I guess hands are pale, except the knuckles, like Cynics pointed out. Even though I already knew. I knew this. I knew that. Yep. Anywhere else? Maybe a little bit right here. Now, damn, it is late. 4 a.m. WTF, mate. WTF. Right. Maybe I should just leave the hair alone. Let's experiment, huh? Leave it alone. See what kind of response we get from that. Really though, I get disappointed in myself every time I look at that clock. Like, you should be asleep. Now this is the problem, or could be a good thing. This light here. This light right here. This light right here is the same color as her hair. Just do that. There's all kinds of weird shadows there. All kinds of weird shadows here. So this is a little more complicated painting, but I will do a more simple one, and I can explain and talk a little bit about it here. But it's gonna be a little more difficult to grasp because these shadows are a little more complicated, just more erratic looking. But going simple in your shadows, very, very simple, is really the key. Is the key, okay? And graphic comic book style drawings is really helpful for that, actually. Very, very helpful. Okay, so when they say, you know, what the hell, how can you, what is there to learn from drawing animes or comic books in general? What can you learn? Well, you can learn how to simplify your shadows a lot by learning the shadow shapes, picking and choosing, because they're very big and bold, but they also have to be very simple, and they have to represent something like a shape, a structure. So they can't be just random, but they do have to be simple. So honestly, you have to design your shadows, basically. That's what I'm saying. You have to design your shadows, you design your lights. By designing your lights, you're designing your shadows. Either way, you can either draw in shadows or you can draw in lights. Either way, you have to design it. So when you're drawing more graphic, you can just kind of be more, erratic with it. But if you try and make the shadows with a purpose, then you will get a lot better at painting more realistic shadows. It will translate. It will translate. It will translate. It's like practice. Same with drawing the face. The face, I kid you not, I 100% owe the ability to drawing pretty girls to anime. That's where I owe it to. Okay, I really do. Because a lot of people think it's so easy. It's so easy to do. But not very many people do it right. Not very many people can do it right. And until you can actually do it right, then you can't say it's just easy to do. And you're just mad because you can't do it. You're talking shit. That's all you're doing. Just talking shit about something that you don't care for. You know what I mean? It's a very, very decisive thing. I mean, a lot of deliberate kind of choices you have to make. A lot of choices you have to make when laying down graphic shapes. And, like I said, not just anime, but comic styled art in general. You're making a lot of deliberate shapes. And those graphic shapes, they can just be kind of, what's the word? Random, arbitrary, or they can be deliberate, and it makes sense. They can, yeah. Let's put it over here so they can go over the hair as well. Yeah, I think that'll look nice. Heat it up a bit. Maybe we should darken it up a bit, because we can't even see that. No, I can barely see that. Maybe just pitch white. Pitch white for hair. Let's just give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. So there's a lot to learn from drawing graphic art, stylized art. There's a lot to learn, but there are definitely a lot of traps. There are a lot of traps, but it's a great start. Kids can start there. I mean, that's where they will naturally start. That's where a lot of people start, and that's one of the main reasons why I tend to like get pretty defensive about the subject, because I was kind of bullied in that area. I talked about this before, but I don't think I'm sharing. I am sharing it. Yeah. I did share it. It was the Ray Ayanama drawing. I deleted it because I wasn't happy with it, but I said, fuck it, I gotta put it back. Screw it. Sorry. Excuse my language. I don't mean to swear. It's not good to swear. Alright, now what's missing is her eye colors. I like the color that I saw in here. Was it this here? Or was it? Yeah, it was. Okay. It's the underdrawing color. Well, let's make it slightly reddish brown. Is that gonna work? Throw in some blues maybe. Mix it purple, I guess. Let's see. I had some old dude on really, it gets me upset sometimes. It really just it bothers me sometimes. But I know some people are just stupid, you know. Some people are just dumb. That's all. They're not very smart in the head. The old dude said, what is it? Are kids still drawing anime or something like that, or why are people still drawing anime? Why are people still on? Well, that's a good question. I wonder why people are still stupid. That's the question I want to know. They're not evolved. Not evolved to know that people have preferences, and people do what they like to. Why are people making bikes? Why are people eating? Why are people breathing? Like, it's a dumb question, really. Unless he was just playing or trolling. Let's just make it the color of her outfit here. Oh, I was on the wrong layer. Yeah, I think this would be nice. Yeah, that's the question today, guys. Why are people still drawing anime? Even though, in my opinion, I don't think it was anime. It's stylized realism, leaning towards an Eastern aesthetic. It's pretty complicated. AKA anime. To the layman, to the untrained eye. 2D untrained eyes. That wasted some time there. Spending time thinking about what kind of So yeah, learning how to draw first by drawing a bunch of comic art and then having it translate over. And I was gonna say the trap behind it is getting stuck in these things, but learning how it translates is, I guess, the fun part. Like why did the artists that you were, inspired by, usually they are, more professional, more advanced, more skilled artists. That's why you admire them, why did they make those decisions? Why did they make those decisions? And when you discover in your journey to becoming a better artist, you learn why these decisions are made, and then you yourself start creating your own little rules and tricks for these things. And for lighting, if, like I said, if you draw realistically, super realistically, and only can paint, and you're all about rendering, say for example, like a lot of master painters actually are great painters, are great at observing life, are great at replicating life, and sometimes stylizing that life, but are weaker at creating stuff out of their head. Just imagination. Their imagination sucks, basically. Not sucks, but it's their weak side. They need stuff to look at, to create. But if you're a great comic artist, it doesn't mean that you're a great painter or anything, but it can translate. You can strengthen that muscle, and your abilities from drawing as a graphic artist translates, because you're not just copying, you're actually being inspired and still creating. Like animators, they're incredible. Animators are incredible. They're like one of the, I think, like the most, they have one of the most difficult jobs as an artist. They have to know sketching, they have to know figures, and they also have to know movement. But the shapes that they choose to animate, they have to be simple enough to animate, and simple and detailed enough to come across, and that's what makes them so incredible to me, anyway. Okay. So where was I going with this? Oh yeah, they translate their ability to create, translate into their, I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass. You talking out of your ass again, Jet? You talking about things you think you know about? You think you know what you're talking about, Jet? Sometimes. Sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do. But always never. Always sometimes. Let's lock it up. Lock it up. Hit the edges. Get a nice contrast there. Okay. Okay. All right. What else can we do here? I think that's good there. Oh, I think that's what it is. These shapes here. Yeah, she may be just tugging on her bottom here. She's just like tugging. Yep. Yep. So that should be white too. This is the lights, I believe. Picking up from here. So, dang, I should have saved all that stuff about translating your ability to my video that I want to talk about or do about just all on the idea of your art, your ability to like to draw graphically, translating it more towards realistically and making more conscious decisions and choices, like laying out graphic shapes for shadows and stuff, designing your shadows, placements of shadows. These things came about when I was doing my one of these really anime pictures. It's like okay, I said let's just animate, full steam ahead anime, and I was like, man, there's a lot you can learn. There is a lot you learn and can learn. And I highly recommend kids to do more anime, more comic, more of that. I do. And if you decide to branch away from it, it'll help. I think one of the reasons also why I bring this up is because, shoot, I think this is been shifted. No, the colors. These colors have been shifted slightly. Let's try to shift it back. Can we shift it back? Will it move? Let's move it. Yeah, there it goes. Oops. Oops. Alright. Well, it's because Cynic was talking about it in one of his videos, and other people were talking about it. Oh man, I keep moving that layer. A lot of traps people fall into when they switch out from anime is like slanted foreheads and and big eyes, the obvious things, unproportional, like just skull structures, and all these things that we So I was like, there is, it's true. There's a lot of things that can get you tricked up, but there are a lot of things that can actually be beneficial. Yeah, that's all. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say about that there. Okay. Let's get this a little bit darker. Oops. Bring it down. A little bit darker. A little bit darker. Darker. That way I can pull some more lights and make it more apparent on this set here. because I can barely see. Any lights? Yep, that's what I like. That's the green. That's the green. Let's use a pen for strong hard edges. Yes, sir. It's maybe a strong green, but you know what? It's more visible. Yeah. Just commit to it, man. Just commit to it. Commit to it again. Commit to it again. Okay. This part right here, too much noise, man. Let's try that. Screw it. Let's just do a line. You know what? It's finished. It's done. There. It's done. All right. You see that? Graphic shape instead of messing with all. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I think that line does a lot better job in explaining that arc in shape than streaks. That's it. You know, and I could also do it over here too. But it becomes, I think it becomes a little too competitive with the other shapes. So, all right. This is here, and this is here. Let's get some whites up in there. Yep. Something like that. How did I should have laid down the shadows first before I put the patterns down. Nah. No, I can't darken it. Yeah, I can't darken it. It's fine. It's okay. I think that's fine there. Okay. Let's just continue. Okay, let's put this here. This white shape here. More whites there. Whoopsie. Yep. What's going to create the most contrast? What do I go with? Contrast. Let's get some more lights down there because it seems to just trail off. Yeah. Squint más, squint más. Pull them out, pull them out, pull them out. Soften it up. That's fine like that. The hair lights are a little bit too glossy for me. Man, too glossy. Now that I look at it, starts to make it look too graphic. But we can erase it and keep instances of it. Instances. Alright. Starting to get fidgety. Starting to get fidgety. Deja vu. I don't even know what the heck. Why am I deja vuing? What's going on? Ah. Mm-hmm. It's nice contrast. What are they called? I forgot the freaking term. Yeah, let's put a shadow here just to create that nice contrast. Even though I said already, I don't want to oops, play around with these. Oh, ambient occlusion. Let's just hit ambience with a nice strong pen brush. Creates a strong, come on, hand. Opaque hand, opaque brush here. Creating these darks. Keep an eye out to see where else do they kind of find themselves. You know, not to go overboard. Not to go overboard. Kind of gives it a little more rounded kind of dimension to it. Okay. All right. So this is the first kind of stream off stream. First video that I've been recording where I just draw and record instead of live stream it, and it's alright. It worked out okay. It worked out okay. I do enjoy doing it with you guys because it's hilarious. It's fun. But I am more focused because I don't have to tend to you kids jumping up and down over there in the chat, yelling at me for no reason. Always yelling at me. I like that shadow. So yeah, we'll talk about we'll do a different style next time, and it's a very simplified anime, and I'll explain to you how blocking in shadows will help you improve in laying down shadows. What do you know? Blocking in graphic shadows, let's say, it'll help you improve your overall ability to. Now I'm getting too rendered here. I'm getting too. Oh my god. No. Don't do it. Always trying to hold back. Self-restraint. Self-restraint, man. Self-restraint. Okay. I think what would be nice is to have this kind of wrap around a bit more. A little, yeah, that's cool. Have a little dotted there. Erase this out here. Yeah, so this, went a lot smoother than the Oscar Langley one for sure. Last thing before we go. Gonna put in some. What do you know? These lights for the eyes are too dark. I mean, too light. Much too light. Let's darken it up. So that when I'm blocking the lights, they can be lights. They can be lights. And this is more of a cool light because we're looking at her in the shadow. Those eyes in the shadow. But they're cool lights. Let's hit a warmer light over the top. And it should be good to go. Over the top. No, we don't want to go over the top. Okay. Keep it subtle. Keep it subtle. Line there to indicate a gradient. Shift. Divide. That's that. And how about these here? Just to finish it off. These are little effects that you end your drawing off with. You don't start it off with. I mean, you can, if you can make it work. Yeah. I need my voice to recover. Okay. Now I'm looking at those shadows on the legs, and they are looking extra dark. You see? I knew it. I knew it. They were too much. Just take them out. They are a nice contrast for sure, but they may be too dark. Our eyes do like to see contrast. But our eyes don't like to see spottiness either. Taking them back out. Now that I look at it again, you know, fresh eyes. Just being very subtle with it, honestly. Just keep them in there. Keep them subtle though, especially down here. They're they can be a little more contrasty on the top because that's our focus, and I think that's really what I mean by spottiness. What anyone means by spottiness is there's no balance to, there's no focus to the spots, whatever you're spotting. So in this case, we're trying to do shadows, and the more we do down there, the more it pulls away from up here, and it doesn't create remember, big shapes, it doesn't create a great focal point for the top, so it tends to look spotty. That's my breakdown. Just now I just discovered it. That's why it's spotty. Okay, all right. Maybe a little bit right here. Remember, I said 1, 2, 3. There's number 2. Yeah, we got a little bit of number 3 on the bottom already. Just little dots. No, let's take that out. Yeah, just put it back in. Stupid shit. All right. And number 3. I'm just gonna keep going back and forth on this. You guys can just leave now. Let's just create a contrast there so that we know that there's not just all red. We have a contrast in shadow. Unsaturate this area or desaturate, but not make it look like there's a freaking scar on her neck. Much better, much more subtle. Okay, easy on the eyes. Now that I look at it, I want her eyes to be darker. More contrast. Okay. And before I forget, let's warm up these lines a bit. Warm up these lines. Is that too spotty for these eyes? Oops. Let's take a airbrush and erase out those so it's not too bright. Yeah, there. Now we know that there's a highlight. Okay. And like a secondary light. Yep. Alright. Last thing, and I think we should be done with this. Just lock it up. Lock it up. Saturate it. Fill it up. All right. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, so drawing is like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I don't know how long it took. Shit. Oops, excuse me. Gotta re-record that. Gotta redo that. There's a lot more I want to do, but I won't do it. I won't do it. What I wanted to do was brighten this. Wait, it should be, you know what? It's not that hard. Ah. Duh. Let's just, yeah, let's just brighten these shadows, lights, I mean, a bit. And then we'll call it done. Yep. Anything facing upwards, get slightly more brighter. I think that helps a bit. Let's erase it out here. Okay, I'm done. Let's sign it. I don't know where to sign it. I don't know where it's gonna show up on this right here. Yeah, let's just put it right here to be safe. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay. Thanks a lot, everyone, for watching. I know you guys are out there. I can't read your names, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. And remember, if you guys want to check out anything, like if you want to find out my status on anything, just go to my Twitter. Yeah, and if you guys want to check out the drawing, go to my Instagram. All right. Okay. Take care. Take care. Take care. And let's see here. We can do this here. All right. Madam. Come on. Madam. Be busy.
Babishi.
If we just try, and as long as we have our backs, whenever our foes come by, this time we will win. This time we'll have to join forces. This time we will win. This time we'll have to join forces.